Every sound that you listen to, every sound that you hear, whether consciously or not, it creates an impression in your brain. The more conscious you are of the sound that you're hearing, the stronger the impression. But there's also another way that the strength of the impression is increased, and that's through unconscious hearing. The sounds that repeatedly play throughout your routine, throughout your life, throughout your days, that you're not conscious about, but they softly groove in it deeper and deeper and deeper every time you hear it. Right? Now, if you repeatedly consciously listen to a particular frequency of sound consciously, then that's the best way, the fastest way to leave the strongest impression in your brain. Right? But most people don't do that. Most people are passively listening to whatever goes on in their day. The music, the movies, the conversations, everything is frequency. Now, if you constantly groove in these sounds of low frequency, low vibration in your brain, you're leaving a impression of low frequency, low vibration. Your brain doesn't store the particular, the exact sounds. Your brain stores the vibration and the frequency of the sounds and the emotional state that you were in when you listen to those sounds. They multiply. Right? The higher the emotional involvement when you were hearing the sound, the stronger the impression. Right? So, think about the sounds that you listen to on a daily basis. The sound is also your thought. Your thought also counts as sound. It's mental sound. It's made up of a frequency. So that gets stored in as well. The music that you're listening to, modern music, is low vibration, high chaos, high energy, high chaos, but low vibration. It makes your mind chaotic. So when it's time to build, when it's time to really think, when it's time to create, you're coming from that state of low vibration, from a state of chaos. So you don't really build anything meaningful, even though you want to build something meaningful. You can't be an artist because there's no creativity emerging from that vibration that is stored in your brain. But conversely, if you constantly listen to sounds of high vibration, peace, quiet, positive affirmations from people around you, from in your own thoughts, in the music that you listen to, in the content that you consume, it leaves a high vibration, creative type of energy in your brain. So when it's time to create, when it's time to build, when it's time to do something new, your brain is in that state of high vibration. So you can enter into flow state much better. You can be a much more creative artist. You can create things from your own brain. You can sense things from the environment. You understand it? Everything is made up of vibration. Even light is a form of vibration. Sound is a form of vibration. Your thoughts is a form of vibration. When you touch something and it's hot and it burns you, it's because the object that you touched is in a state of very, very high vibration. When it's the same temperature as your body, it's in the same state of vibration as your own body. When it's cold, it's in low vibration, so it's getting energy off of you. It's slowing you down. Right? So when you listen to music or movies or conversations of low vibrations, you're giving your energy into that. So when it's time to create, you don't have any energy of your own. You're slow. You're lethargic. You're lazy. You're dull. You're given to impulses. Because of the sounds that you listen to. The sounds you listen to, like I stated before, can be your thoughts. And this is the most powerful one. Your own thoughts. Unconscious thoughts, especially. After that, it's music and the conversations that you have with other people. Are you constantly getting negative feedback from people? If you are, then that repetition is digging it deeper. The impression of low vibration is digging it deeper. Move away from that. Don't engage in conversations that lower your vibration, that leave a low vibration impression in your brain. So, your thoughts, the music that you listen to, the conversations that you listen to or have with yourself. These are the three majority things that leave the most impression in your brain. And all of these are kind of unconscious. The more conscious you become about these, so if you constantly always consciously listen to good music, the peaceful music, with no lyrics, then this is the fastest way to make a positive high vibration impression in your brain that's gonna overtake the low vibration that you've been consuming so far. If you consciously think of only good thoughts or peaceful thoughts and reject all negative thoughts consciously every moment of the day, obviously this is impossible, but the more you try, the more easy it's gonna get. The more impression you're gonna make on your brain of the high vibration, high energy. And thirdly, the conversations you have. If you're having bad conversations, always negative, just drop it. You can have conversations with yourself in your head, in your thoughts. Even just daydream about good conversations, good thoughts. You engaging in activities that leave a high vibration impression in your brain. If you go into nature, right, the reason that nature heals is because nature is harmonized with its sounds. And when you go into nature and when you just simply let go and you become unconscious to the sounds in nature, but you're in nature, the repetition of the harmonization of the sounds in nature is gonna leave a very strong impression in your brain of peace, of quiet, of creativity. It's gonna lower the chaos in your mind, in your brain. The less chaotic the mind, the better the things that you create. Okay, it was a bit of an unstructured video, but I just wanted to vent it out because very powerful.